This is TMI.
You're talking to me like I'm a scientist.
All of this is so confusing. I'm tearing up. Like, what is this? It's not okay. Good morning. I am 4 days past my period. Ovulation should be in 7 days. I picked up some of these because we just want to see for science. I've never used ovulation tests. With Canyon and Ember, I just counted 14 days from the start of my period, and like we tried a few days around that, Canyon and Ember, and then obviously Surrogacy, didn't need those. I got a tan and I did not wash my hands after, so ignore that. But it's my first time trying it, so let's see. I peed on it and I'm excited. I had to ask my friend, like, what does it mean? How do you read it and all that? Because I've never done this before. I've only done the pregnancy test, so. Oh, there is a faint line. Okay. She explained it to me that whenever you are ovulating, the test line, the left line, will be darker than the control line. And as it gets closer, they'll obviously both be dark. So this is leading up to ovulation, but at ovulation, they'll both be dark. So we've made some progress. So now it's Project Convince Dan. I don't think he'll mind. I am on cycle day 12. Ovulation is in 4 days, and took another ovulation test. I can't find my one from yesterday, but I can tell that it's darker. It looks like it's about halfway there, so I wanted to show you. So definitely getting darker. Still have a little ways to go. Again, I haven't used these ovulation tests ever, so I'm learning as I go, but it gives me hope. Also, I just had this like crazy realization that I'm 7 months pregnant, trying to get pregnant again. I know, call me crazy, but like, I don't know why. I just have like so much peace and excitement. Like, I just can't explain it. And that's what makes me want to have a baby. I don't know. I'm tearing up. Like, what is this? It's not okay. Also, I'm missing eyelashes. Don't look at that, but look at the tears. It is cycle day 14 today. I'm supposed to ovulate in 2 days, and I'm learning with these ovulation tests that the line doesn't get darker until like the day you ovulate. Where pregnancy test, it like gradually gets darker because your HCG doubles every 2 days. The ovulation test, the test line stays faint until the day you ovulate. I've never used these things before, and I'm just learning, and it's so interesting. But let me show you my test because it looked like cycle day 14, my test line was darker than 11, 13, or 14, but I'm not supposed to ovulate for 2 more days according to my app. So I'm just gonna keep sticking with that, keep testing. I'll probably test morning and night now that I'm getting closer, just in case my app is wrong because it doesn't know my body. So there's cycle day 11. See, look, 12 looks darker, but 13, 14, and then I took another 14 because I was like, maybe it's wrong, but it's pretty much the same. Other than 12 looking dark, which something did happen this day, but not this day, but then this day it did. Even 4 pregnancies and 4 babies later, I am still learning about my body, and I read up on it that on the day that you ovulate, which if it was the 12th, but the day you ovulate, you release an egg, and it says it's viable for like, is it 12 hours? Look, I even forgot. It's viable for not a long time. And so whenever you test positive on the test, like when both lines are dark or the test line is darker than the control line, you have like 24 to 48 hours to be intimate, or else you like miss your window. I don't know. I'm gonna keep testing, and I've never like tried this hard, I guess, with these tests. So we're learning together, guys. We're trying this out together. So I think I was wrong in my last clip. I was talking about how I don't think the tests like gradually get darker. They're just all of a sudden dark when you peak. But I think that's false. I'm learning it does gradually get darker until your peak, and then your peak will be noticeable, like 2 dark lines, but then it will gradually get lighter whenever you get like away from ovulation. At least that's what I think. A friend of mine online, Caitlin O'Neill, she shares her journeys with IVF, and she's constantly taking ovulation tests, and I'm learning so much from them. So let me show you mine from today, cycle day 14. Okay, so I took one this morning, and you can tell the test line on the left is not as dark as the control line, but then the afternoon one got darker, which made me excited. And then here we are at PM. I just took this one. So the other ones are dry. The one tonight obviously isn't, but it's getting darker. I don't think it's a peak because my test line is still not as dark as the control line, but it's progress. So whenever Dan gets home, I'll tell him and show him. All right, so this is this morning's ovulation test. The test line is about the same as the control line. It may be slightly lighter. Let me show you. So this was this morning, but I heard as you get closer to ovulation, you want to check in the morning and at night what your LH, is it LH? All of this is so confusing. You want to check your LH surge in the morning and at night because it could change. So I have pee in a cup over here hidden. Let's try it. These have been so fun. They kind of feel like pregnancy tests, so you have to like not get your hopes up because when you see 2 lines you get excited, but that's not the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can like get excited, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean it does, but it's starting to go. I've never put it in the packet before, but I feel like I should. Okay. Now we wait. We want both lines to be dark or the test line to be darker than the control line. So far, let me remind you, these are my last few. So all of the test lines are lighter than the control line. It looked as if day 12 was a little bit darker, but then it went down and I was like, well, for sure that wasn't ovulation, right? Because it wasn't darker than the control line. So I don't know. But if you look at 14 p.m., it's darker. It for sure got darker than cycle day 13. Like cycle day 13 compared to 14 is darker, which that tells me ovulation's coming. 15 a.m. and 15 a.m. and 14 p.m. look the same. That's okay though. We're still getting there. It's not going down. But if you look 13 to 15, that is a huge difference. 5 minutes. I don't like waiting 5 minutes. I like the pregnancy test where it's like 3 minutes and then you're done. Okay, I'm gonna go like find something to do to distract myself for like 3 minutes. Okay, it's probably been 5 minutes. Why am I nervous? Please tell me. I think because like I've never done these and this is so fun and intriguing to me. So all we want is line 1 to be darker than line 2. I started to think that like it wouldn't because I went 11, 12, 13, 14. They were like all the same. That I was kind of nervous that like, what if I don't ovulate? Okay, let me show you. Look at that line! Look at it from this morning. What? It like completely shifted. Look at that. It just like switched. Dan's at guys' night right now. What does that mean? I read the package. It said if you have the LH surge or it like peaked, then you have a 24 to 48 hour window that you're like fertile. You don't want to do anything after the 48 because the egg isn't viable or it's just you're not as fertile or something. I don't know. Basically 24 to 48. So if we're looking at 8 p.m., that means 8 p.m. tomorrow. To be safe, we're just gonna This is TMI. To be safe, probably better morning and night for 2 days. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm really excited. We both prayed and we're like, you know what? Like, I'm at the point where I'm ready. I want a baby. And he's like, if you want one, I'll be happy type of thing. It's not like he's like, I haven't wanted another one, but if we do, like, I'd be excited. And so we've been talking and praying that let's try for this year. And if we get pregnant, great, exciting. And if we don't, then that's okay. That's just the Lord saying that door's closed for us and we'll move on with life. But if we do get pregnant, then that's exciting. That like makes me smile. Also, no, I feel weird touching my face with pee hands. Okay, so if he's at guys' night, he's not gonna get in until like 2, and there's no way I'm staying up till 2 to then do the deed at 2 a.m. I'm gonna have to show him in the morning. I'll save it. Will it save? Yeah, it will. I'm gonna show him in the morning, and then hopefully this can mean something. That makes me really excited. Good morning. Today is ovulation. Really excited. I'm curious if it's darker or just the same as yesterday. As a reminder, here was last night's test. Test line was definitely darker than control, so let's check it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My pee's not all the way up to the line. Leave it in there a little longer. I'm not gonna put it in the package because I already know that it is, but you know in pregnancy test how like as the pee moves across the test, the lines are dark right away. My ovulation tests haven't been like that. They've just taken like the whole 5 minutes to develop, probably because I wasn't ovulating yet. I don't know, but this one is already developing. Look at that line. That is so exciting. So it's looking like it's darker than the control. I don't know if it ever becomes a dye stealer on an ovulation test, but whatever, that doesn't matter. I clearly know today was my peak with ovulating today. That's so exciting. I'll show you them side by side. Look. It still needs to develop, but that's pretty much the same, where the test is darker than the control. Today's the day. I don't know why I'm so excited. I remember Dan getting in bed last night because almost every day this week we've cuddled. Cuddle's gonna be the key word, okay? We've cuddled because I've since learned that younger kids follow me. So we've cuddled like almost every day this week. So when he got in last night from guys' night, I don't remember what time it was. Maybe it was like 1 or something. I was asleep. He was like, do you want to cuddle? And I was like, I'm so tired. And he was like, okay. I think I was like, do you want a baby? And I think he said, I want what makes you happy. I was like, I love you. And then I think he went to bed. I remember that. I need to ask him about that. Maybe that was earlier in the day. I don't remember. I think it was last night though. Okay, it's developed. That's definitely a good sign, guys. Okay, once he wakes up, I'm gonna tell him. You can come in. Can I show you something?
Why are you acting so funny? Oh my gosh. Are you really? How long have you known?
No, it's ovulation.
Oh.
I ovulated. Well, this is the 2 lines, so since this one's darker, that's peak ovulation, so that means my body's gonna ovulate today. So you have a 24 to 48 hour fertility window.
You're talking to me like I'm a scientist. I don't know what all of this means.
I'm trying to explain it.
Your body's ready
Yeah,
for 24 to 48 hours.
yeah, so that
So
means...
we need to not do anything.
No.
Unless we want a baby.
That means we need to. We need to, like, morning and night.
2 days?
Yeah.
I feel like lunchtime will probably feel a little left out.
I can't be involved.
My body's probably like, whoa, pump the brakes, big dog.
Is that exciting though?
It's something. You're fertile and ready to rock. That's what you're telling me.
I'm fertile and myrtle.
So wait, 2 days today?
Yeah, starting now. So I am a full 2 weeks past ovulation. My period is supposed to start tomorrow. I haven't tested yet. 1, because I've been busy with stuff at the church. 2, I don't know if I'm ready to know, and I want to like be fully ready and like be able to process it with Dan. And 3, I thought it would be fun to find out on vacation, but we don't go until Monday. So if I start tomorrow night, then I know this cycle is not it, and I'll start my period and be on my period for a couple days of vacation. But if I don't start my period, either I'm late, which doesn't really happen, or that means I'm pregnant, and then I can like kind of get excited, and then Dan and I can like find out when we're on the trip. Honestly, I'll probably like forget about it tomorrow. We have Ember's birthday party, and then we're spending like all day with the kids, just like soaking up time with them because we're about to leave for a week. Sunday is like our first test service in our new building at church, so it's gonna be like all church stuff, and then Saturday night is all packing and vacation prep, and then Monday's all travel. So like if I don't start, I probably won't even think about it, but I don't know, I'm kind of getting excited, but I'm also nervous, so we'll see.